Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UPro Colombo for the finals of the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. I'm Cameron Walter, and this is the Men's World Cup final between Australia and New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen here in the venue, please congratulate both our grand finalists. Please also congratulate the umpire standing in today's World Cup final, Brett Cree. We have the captains, Todd Watson and Matt Floros, here for the toss. Brett, it's over to you. Todd, you've won the toss. What have you chosen to do?
We've chosen to have a bowl.
What's the thinking behind that?
We want to get into the game early, get some presence on court, and try to put these Aussie boys under the pump.
I'm curious about your preparation. You had to play the extra game yesterday against a red-hot home side in Sri Lanka. How are the bodies holding up? How are the nerves? How's everyone ahead of the final?
Yeah, bodies are fine. We've had a few niggles here and there, but it was a pretty cool atmosphere to play in with all the locals coming out. So it definitely put us under pressure, and you know we played a big game, so we're happy with the result. So yeah.
Well, no doubt prepared for today. Good luck. Enjoy the game.
Awesome. Thank you.
Matt, if you'd won the toss, what would you have done?
We would have batted, so we're not too unhappy. I think runs on the board in a big game is always crucial. So New Zealand are a really good team though, so we've got to be on it from ball one.
You've had a pretty successful week so far. How's everyone holding up? You got an extra game off. You ready for the big dance?
Yeah, we've got a pretty good squad across the board and managed to spread games pretty evenly, which is good. So boys are raring to go.
Excellent. Well, good luck in the World Cup final.
Thanks, Cam. Cheers.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. New Zealand have won the toss and elected to field. And the best of wishes to both Australia and New Zealand ahead of the World Cup final. Ladies and gentlemen, here in the venue, please be upstanding. It is time for the national anthems of Australia and New Zealand.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth of toil, our home is goodbye.
ladies and gentlemen. If that doesn't get you fired up for the big World Cup final, I don't know what will. Ladies and gentlemen, it is New Zealand up against Australia in the World Cup final. If you've just tuned in, I'm Cameron Walter. With me is Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin. I'll take you through the two team lineups. New Zealand, who won the toss and will field, are captained by Todd Watson. With him, Mitchell Gardner, Micah Conroy, Ryan Jackson, Dion Joel, Michael Barry, Stacey Hyman and Matt Latham. That side unchanged from the preliminary final against Sri Lanka. The Australia side is captained by Matt Floros. With him, Justin Perkins, Jamie Dina, Kieran Perkins, Luke Ryan, Tim Floros, Reece Dennis and Brock Winkler. And no surprises, that side unchanged from the major semi-final win over New Zealand. Australia have never lost a World Cup at the men's level. They enter this as red-hot favourites, but this New Zealand side have proven more than capable. Had an excellent win in the prelim final over Sri Lanka, defending a low total of 58. If they can get a run on with the ball in the same way here against Australia, they'll be a genuine show. But Australia always tough to beat. Paul Botterill.
Yeah, I think it's very much the case, Cam. This Australian side again, unbeaten through the tournament, played extremely well. For the New Zealanders to get amongst this game, they're going to need to bowl like they bowled against Australia in the 1 vs 2 semi, and field like they fielded against Sri Lanka in the 3 vs 4 semi. And they're going to need those first two batting partnerships to just be focused on task. There's just a little bit of stuff where they're getting off task, perhaps a little bit flat in the first partnership, a little free in the second partnership. They're going to need to remedy that if they're to win this game. Braden Gardner, shout out to you, mate. I know how much work you've done over a few years to be in a World Cup final, and it appears that an elbow injury has kept you out of this one. So, I can see you down there doing your bit for the team, as you always will, but every team has this, every event has this, but boy, people put a lot of work in to have things not be able to play in these games over time. It's tough.
Chris Griffin, your thoughts ahead of the big dance?
Well, Floris and Dina, they'll open up. We know how powerful they are. 34 runs last time they took on New Zealand in that semi-final, and we're going to be looking at that game a lot. But for me, other than the change between Braden Gardner and bringing another Gardner in, it's pretty much all about matchups. We're going to see the same players that have been on the court, the same people that have faced each other. They all know each other well. Have a look at that scorecard. What worked well? What didn't? Are we going to maintain that again? That's what I'm going to be seeing, and that's what I think is going to be the difference. Who adjusts better after knowing what they've been through before?
So it will be Tim Floros to face the first ball. Jamie Dina at the other end. Strong opening combination for the defending world champions. The umpire for the World Cup final is Brett Cree. We're just about ready to get underway here. And I'm not sure if we have the on-screen scoreboard back yet or not. Hopefully someone went and restarted that laptop between games. That looks like our answer. You can see there, Tim Floris and Jamie Dina. As I said, opening the batting. It's going to be Mitch Gardner to open the bowling for New Zealand. Australia batting first here in the World Cup final. The defending world champions up against the challenger New Zealand. Settle in at home. World Cup final. New Zealand-Australia starts now. Full and wide, beaten outside off.
And Mitchell Gardner got Tim Floris on second ball out there in the round play game between Australia and New Zealand. And when Floris opened, I don't think with Dina.
There it is again. Second ball out. The second ball of the final, and New Zealand strike and grab their first wicket.
Boy, we could do with some drums and things right now. Great start for the Kiwis. They're going to need a great start.
Really late, move it away.
Single to Floros.
One of the things the New Zealand group have done over the last couple of years is they've done a lot of individual work with different players. I know they've done a lot of work with Mitch around what he's bowling at different times and why he was a really good bowler, then struggled for a while and bringing him back to a really good bowler. And it's the late swing that makes the difference.
Dina, lovely shot to get his innings underway, down up 2 on the offside.
We talked about that opening pair of 34 last time. Dina, he was 20 of that. He was an absolute powerhouse.
Run off the leg, down to fine leg. Dina beaten outside off, brings the over to an end. An excellent start for New Zealand. Gardner doing the job. 1 for -1 from it, and they will start the next over on second ball.
I think from memory the Australians would have been around 60 after 8 in the last time these two in the 1v2 when they played. And Stace Hyman went for none for 25 in the game. I think Michael Barry bowled too early, went for none for 20 odd. And then New Zealand came in and they were really good through the next 8. They really caused some trouble for the Australians. So the game for New Zealand here is, can they have Australia 40 after 8 and then have that tucked away?
Yeah, winning those first 2 pairs, they were 63 watts. They were 63. If they can get that even to 40, as you said.
Here's Michael Barry. It is second ball. Smack to the back for 4 runs. That's not a bad way to see off second ball. Called through, a single.
Good running from the Australians. That's dipped back quite late. Well played from Dina.
Excellent shot from Tim Flores. Got tall on the ball and hit the down up 2 on the onside.
Barry bolted his pair last time. No wickets, 8 runs. Looking similar at the moment. What can he do to change his fortunes?
Comfortable 2 to Dina through point. Inside the line, a great delivery. It's a dot ball and it'll be second ball to complete the over. Bowled, a great ball. Barry finishes with a wicket. 4 runs off the over and New Zealand have 2 in 2.
I'm sure we'll see it again. I think that again, that's nipped back quite late. Oh yeah.
Just hoop. Just a lot of hoop. Banging it around corners.
New Zealand on top of the Australian opening combination. It's going to be Micah Conroy to bowl the 3rd over. Keep this run going for the Kiwis.
Conroy managed to get 2 second balls against this pair last time. He was the most successful bowler.
Coming back in and hitting Dina. Or away, more accurately, to the right-hander. Second ball, Australia have to score. 2 runs. Wade into the net for 2. Two off the bat, probably could have left it for a wide. 2 balls remain for Conroy. Just short delay. It's Matt Latham in some discomfort down at square leg. Might need some attention. Not sure what happened there. Something in the process of fielding that ball.
Hopefully just some form of stinger for Matt Latham. Tell you what, he's a tough man.
Looks good to go. This is always sort of my issue with an injury like this. The player gets some attention and everyone goes somewhere. So when they're right to go, we need to wait another minute for everyone to get back.
Agreed, Cam.
I think our viewers can tell I'm a patient man. The down up single, a ball to come now for Conroy. Oh, it's a brilliant shot from Dina. 2 to finish, and a much better over there for Australia. No loss, no wicket rather, and 9 runs from it. They move to 12. New Zealand still on top here. Australia will need a strong finish to this opening partnership to get their 20 plus. Don't forget, Club World Series coming up in April 2026. This edition in South Africa. You can register now at clubworldseries.com.
Dina looking very comfortable down his end. He's back on strike again, which means he'll most likely face the majority of the balls in this final over as they look towards, they push towards a 20.
Yeah, Dina's a class bat, and he's very hard to ruffle or get out. Interesting change from New Zealand in bowling. Conroy third, they bowled Hyman 2 and Barry 3 in the earlier game, so a bit of a change around. Conroy bowled the 4th, so Latham now to bowl the 4th. A few changes to the order, really just Conroy's bowled his partnership for Stacey Hyman.
So a deep field. Ryan Jackson in the front court, but on the 3 line. The line field is back on the netball transverse line. Guided off the keeper's net, I think it was. Well, the umpire has said 2. I agree with New Zealand. That was 1 all day.
The one thing we know about Jamie Dean was he can go the back. He's quite unpredictable when he does it. He hits it hard and clean. So New Zealand field just holding out a little bit here, I think.
Latham bowling early might be an adjustment. We saw him bowl to 2 of his state teammates as well late. Maybe that won't be happening further on in the innings.
Bowling to one of his state teammates now.
Oh, Tim Flores would want to get his skates on. He would have been out at that hit.
It's definitely an adjustment.
Chance needed to hit again. The 2 runs to Dina. Excellent shot, but it's out. The net did the fielding, went straight back to Todd Watson. And Dina run out at the keeper's end. Not a lot you can do about that. Hit it too well.
Yeah, definitely hit it too well, Cam. Just came straight back down. New Zealand able to make the play. Great start from New Zealand. Completely the opposite of what we saw in their first matchup.
Two balls remain. New Zealand on top. Through for 1. Oh, yeah, 1. No, 2 again. Must have spilled it in the net. Last ball of the partnership now. And Matt Latham goes through Tim Floros, and New Zealand have kept the opening pair for Australia to single digits, just 9 on the board after 4 for Australia. New Zealand on top early in the World Cup final. If you've just tuned in, it is Australia and New Zealand in the big dance. I'm Cameron Walter with me. Brings the over to an end. Another good one for New Zealand. No runs from it with the wicket on the second ball. New Zealand remain in charge of the World Cup final.
We're seeing a lot of similar things happen, except for when the pressure's on and when the second ball opportunity is there, New Zealand is striking. They tried to bowl Stacey Hyman at this position last time. They're not going to. They're going to keep on the attack.
So we should grab that glove up for Todd Watson and throw it down to him. Right on, Mike. Yeah, look, Mitch Gardner's a spin bowler. He wants to bowl out swing. He's got others, but he wants to bowl out swing. They're going to give him the new ball twice while it's it's still new. We'll still swing.
Beaten, it'll be out. It's been a while since there was a wicket. New Zealand find a way to get another one. Todd Watson doing the job, beating Justin Perkins on second ball in the simplest of outs.
Perkins was just beaten outside off there. For those that haven't been around indoor cricket in a while, second ball, the batter is perceived to be out of his crease if they take the stumps.
There's 2, big appeal. 1 ball to come in the 9th. On the legs.
Still love it.
Oh, Justin Perkins was in deep trouble there. Ball in the hand, it would have been out.
Yeah, definitely out. He was well short.
And it should be out. Oh, he went without the ball. An absolute gift to Australia. Winkler was in no man's land. And it's 2 runs. Let's have a look. Would have been out by a mile. Back live. Soft hands from Matt Floros. Grabs 2.
Just got tall, rode the bounce well, waited for it. Patiently played by Matt Floros.
Length important here for Joel. I'm not sure that Winkler's picking him.
Two runs to Winkler.
Totally different approach than we saw in this matchup last time. Totally different approach. We've seen New Zealand learn. Clearly Australia have learnt as well.
Chance at the top. Oh, needed to hit. Floros would have been out. There's a couple gone begging there for New Zealand. Australia continue to live dangerously and ride their luck.
Yeah, a couple of misses. They've got to get 1 or 2 from here.
Great shot from Winkler, rocking back. Playing it down and up 2 through cover point. 1 ball left for Dion Joel. Goal. No run. Another dot ball, another second ball opportunity here for New Zealand.
New Zealand need a wicket to chase under 80. South Africa hoping to set them about 85.
Australia.
Australia.
Lots of width. Matt Flores hits it for 2. Acquiring about a no ball. One ball left in the innings now. No run. Australia finish on 83. That's a pretty good recovery from where they were, but New Zealand well and truly in the game here at the halfway stage. Can Australia defend 83 and retain their World Championship? We'll soon find out. Folks, appreciate your company. If you just tuned in, I'm Cameron Walter, with me Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin. This is the Men's World Cup Final here at the 2025 edition of Indoor Cricket's World Cup. I know that our international viewers are struggling at the moment. I'm told it's here because of the weather here in Colombo, that the signal is not getting out. So I don't know if you can hear me now or even see the vision. But rest assured we're doing whatever we can to make sure it is as stable as possible. But what a performance there from New Zealand, really attacking early, took regular wickets. That final pair for Australia, rescuing them, it must be said, getting them past 80. Paul Botterill, how do you think New Zealand are feeling right now?
Excited. I think New Zealand are feeling excited. It's the first time we've got the midpoint of a World Cup final in some time with New Zealand a realistic chance of winning it. Now, they'll need to bat really well. But they're quite capable of doing that. I think they've bowled and fielded really well for patches. They bowled and fielded really well for patches. I thought they had some really good periods. I think they'd like to have got a couple more wickets in the last 2 partnerships. The Joel going empty would have been a bit disappointing to them. Jackson bowled over without a wicket as well. They'd love to have got a couple more in that period, but that's life. You know, they haven't missed much. They've missed a couple they could have taken, but they haven't missed much. They'll be ready to put that away now and get Latham and Joel out and see if they can get 15, 20 for an opening partnership and get them the way to this total.
So, the world title's on the line. Australia, long renowned for being the best fielding side in the world, will need to produce that effort here today if they are going to defend their crown, a crown that they have never lost, the World Championship. To your point, Paul, this is one of the best chances New Zealand have ever had at taking that from them. Chris Griffin, do New Zealand have 84 runs in them?
Well, they're going to have to. Simple fact. It's a World Cup final. That's the job they need to do. Australia putting on a very similar total on the board as they did in the previous game. It's 87 instead of 83. We see the pressure come in, and we'll see what they can do. Joel, Latham, they've got to get off to a good start if they choose to go with them. But for me, there's a lot of firepower in the field. New Zealand traditionally will go through teams and try and clean bowl and attack the stumps, where Australia, their job is to bring the fielders into play. Luke Ryan, 4 run-outs in that last game. Brock Winkler, 2 run-outs and a catch in that last game. Perkins, both Kieran and Justin, they can do all sorts of things in the field. And Matt Flores is one to avoid in the field. He is the best leg side fielder in the world. He is able to get a run-out from any direction with Damon arm. Joel and Latham are the ones coming out. They've got to do the job, 2 at a time. That's what indoor cricket is. It's great to be here.
I'm sorry to the guys back in New Zealand, but I can't send score updates to 50 of you while I'm commentating. You're going to have to do without me for this part, I'm
They
afraid.
can follow the score live at indoorcricket.news.
Indoorcricket.news. Go on indoorcricket.news. Go and watch the score live. You've got not a stream of the game, but live scoring there. You can go and catch it up there, please, guys. I'd love to help you know that, but
So Latham and Joel opening the batting, as Chris Griffin said. New Zealand will need 84 runs from the 16 overs. Australia will need to put in one of their best bowling and fielding performances to retain their crown. It's a packed house here at UPro Colombo. The crowd anticipating what I'm sure will be an incredible conclusion to this tournament. Will Australia retain their gold, or can New Zealand take it from them for the first time in the history of our game? Either way, it's going to make for gripping viewing as Luke Ryan warms up at the back. We're just about ready to get underway. We're live from UPro Colombo, the final of the 2025 Indoor Cricket World Cup. Australia up against New Zealand. New Zealand will need 84 runs to defeat Australia. Luke Ryan has the ball. Dion Joel on strike. Here we go. Starts with a wide.
first 2 overs is a place where Australia can win this game. They've done it before. Can New Zealand get through?
Oh, wicket off the second ball, and Luke Ryan is pumped. A brilliant piece of bowling, an even better piece of keeping. Dion Joel stumped off the second ball.
And it was Luke Ryan in that last game that took 3 wickets to really set the difference. Impressive.
That is an incredible piece of keeping, as you saw on the replay there. Just unsighted, just behind the legs. Brilliant. A single off the back net to Joel, his first run off the bat. Let's have a look at this. Brilliant. Dion Joel dragged forward, bows off in a flash.
Yeah, great bit of work. Incredible keeping, really.
Oh, that is just red hot in the field from Australia already. A dot ball, second ball now. New Zealand must score from it.
New Zealand just need to keep working hard, calling well, hitting the middle of the bat as much as they can. They've got to run this ball.
Full and wide option, and Latham up to the challenge. Hits it for 2.
Latham wants the no ball, doesn't get it. You see a lot of this from the New Zealanders, the Kane Williamson bat twirl before they go into strike.
Oh, Luke Ryan, 2 wickets in the over. He bowls Dion Joel. What a start for the defending champions. 2 for -5 off the first over. Let's have a look. Great cutter, knocking over off stump. And a brilliant opening over from Luke Ryan.
Joel playing with real freedom there as well.
Ahmed Khawaja points out that in the round robin game, Australia scored 83 and won by 11. In the major semi, they scored 87 and won by 60. And obviously in the final, they've scored 83. So, to quote him, consistent.
Winkler coming on now. He'll have a lot of variation, a lot of different in-swing, out-swing, cutters each way.
Second ball, and the score will have to change. New Zealand must score. Latham, no doubt, expecting the full and wide delivery. on the stumps.
It's a bit of a change, isn't it? Winkler bowling 2. I would have expected Dennis or Dina.
Yeah. They're through for a single.
Dennis would be usually second, yes, Spots.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
The ball went out.
Ah.
We've got some interesting dead ball ruling coming, I would think.
So I'm not sure if they're saying the ball didn't count because of that, and if so, it is still second ball. Yes, it is. So the ball didn't count. That's in sharp contrast to the decision that was made in the 22 men's final. That was more or less identical, and we've got a different outcome. So it's still second ball. Same result. Oh, the ball hit the base plate, I think. The bail didn't come off. Beaten. And it'll be second ball again.
Something going on with Latham. Gloves coming off.
Might just be a change of gloves. He might have ripped them. Yeah.
Yeah. Could just be the sweat in Adelaide today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Using the the hole at the back of the court there where the ball's gone out about 50 times to just get a new set of gloves. It's convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes through the stream, but the rumbling thunder just sets a vicious scene here. It's quite incredible.
So second ball once again. It's going to be Winkler to Latham. Oh. Wide delivery. One to come. And another dot ball. 5 runs from the over without loss for New Zealand. They'll start the third over on second ball and must score.
Yeah, if New Zealand are going to win this game, they're going to need to get some runs off the next 2 overs. Doesn't have to be a lot. If they can get to 10, that'll be okay. But they are going to need a start.
Any over that contains 3 dots is a good one. New Zealand make it back to 0, but they need to look towards a 10 or a 15 to get on the board and get going.
Reece Dennis shaping up to bowl the third. Chance at the top, the throw's wide. Get through for 2. Another dot ball. Australia bowling them with regularity at the moment. Lots of second ball scenarios where New Zealand have to score.
That front court just hunting, closing in for any opportunity should the ball just fall short.
Taken, a wicket falls. Caught and bowled Dennis. Latham looking for the back net. Hitting it straight to the bowler. New Zealand back below 0.
New Zealand will be disappointed in this. Just need to keep working hard and hitting their toes.
There is 2. 2 to come for Dennis.
With a caught and bowl, it's almost like you'd want it like that for Dennis. Less time to think, just a reaction. Clean take.
Two runs to Joel and a ball to come now for Dennis. Back in the positives now, New Zealand. No run. 1 for 1 off the over, and again it'll be second ball to start the next over. Australia on top of this opening partnership here. Pressure mounting on New Zealand. An important over coming up. You mentioned before they need to get to their 10. They cannot afford to lose a wicket in this over.
Yeah, absolutely. This pair came out with 12 in the last match. That looks like a long way away, but they're going to have to take Justin Perkins and put a few balls into the nets.
So it will be Justin Perkins to bowl the final over to this opening partnership from New Zealand. It is second ball. New Zealand will have to score. Just got it past Matt Flores there in the front court. 2 runs. Backing away, finding the offside net for 2, Matt Latham.
All this risk, he's extremely good at that shot. I really like seeing him give himself some space and hit the 2s.
2 for Joel this time. Important runs for New Zealand. Getting towards double figures for the pair. Two to come. Chance needed to hit. 1 ball remains.
Someone note the time and the date Matt Flores missed the stumps. It's a pretty rare thing.
On a wide. They get the ball again. Australia letting New Zealand out of it here. No run, just on respect. That completes the partnership. Australia doing a great job in the first 4, but they'll feel like they let New Zealand out of jail, who have posted 12 and will need 72 from 72 to win the world title, with Michael Barry and Stacey Hyman heading out second. An exhilarating contest here in the Men's World Cup final. Thanks for being with us, folks, live from Colombo, Sri Lanka. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin, and still anyone's World Championship.
Yeah, right on the balance. Hyman and Barry, I think crucial partnership for this. At their best, they just score a lot of runs. They're partnerships that often score somewhere between -10 and 40, and right now they need to get 20 to 30 of those runs, and I think for that to happen, they just need Stacey Hyman to be a bit tighter than he's been in the last couple of games. He's hit a couple of 7s, but he's got out just hitting the ball halfway up the side net, and they just need him to sort of hold his hands, wait on the ball, hit it on the ground. He's a very, very classy cricketer.
Yeah, this will be a change. Dina's going to take this pair. We saw Ryan open. It was Ryan that was at them this time. Now, they were the most successful batting pair in the previous game. They're going to have to replicate that and some to be able to keep New Zealand in this match.
So Jamie Dean at a bowl, Michael Barry on strike. Past Brock Winkler, 2 runs. No run. Second ball. Hyman will have to score.
I think this has been the problem ball for Stokes. I think he's gone after ball 2. Sometimes he gets it, sometimes he doesn't. I'd like to see him just hold his hands and see if he can bang this for 2.
Oh, it falls safe. Springs out off the net and out of reach of Reece Dennis. 4 runs to Hyman. Single to Barry.
A wide or 2 on occasion though.
Oh. No run in the end. Again, it will be second ball. New Zealand need to score. Hyman finds the net for 2.
I think this is having some kind of psychological effect, Cam. I feel like New Zealand's been on second ball 7, 8, 9 times. Knock it out once. So if you can hit the second ball every time, you can hit the first ball every time as well. That's a mindset thing.
Through the field and to the net. They get through. 2. Brings you over. Reece Dennis will bowl. 2 overs remain in the pair. Flores keeps it off the net, but New Zealand through for a single.
Interesting move bringing on DNS. Previously bowled his second over to Conroy and Watson. Change of matchup, something they're looking for.
I just think the runs they've scored in this partnership's pulling a bowler for them. It'll be a bowler Australia need to use now so they won't have it later on, but they've got to bowl it now because they can't let this 16 become 24, become 32. So it's a bit of a reward for a good start. The reward is to get to face Reece Dennis. But, yeah.
Through for a single. Seeing off second ball. Good ball. It'll be a dot and another second ball opportunity here for Australia. They flick high, they're home. Another single, ball to come now. Got a touch, but it hit the net. 2 runs to Barry to complete the over. 5 runs from it without loss. And this partnership have moved to 21. This is just what New Zealand need. Just get their noses in front of the game. 51 from 54.
And you know this moment's important because Matt Flores has taken the ball. Normally saves himself for a little bit later. He's coming on.
The Australia captain. Getting set to bowl the last over. to the Barry and Hindman partnership. They're on 21. Doing a job for New Zealand. There's 6 balls left in their tournament. Oh, and Barry bangs the Australia captain for 3. Huge runs late in this pair.
The tension just builds, doesn't it?
Oh, off the legs, just missing the stumps. A dot ball and a second ball opportunity once again. They've not converted one in this pair. Can New Zealand score? Put down.
Short carried.
No, I'm not sure.
I thought it half followed him. I could be wrong.
Yeah, may well have.
This pair just inching the total to the 40 mark. That's what they're looking for. Halfway there.
Great shot from Barry. Another 2 to the tally, and 2 balls remain now in the partnership. Another 2. Hindman and Barry continue to do a job here for New Zealand. They move to halfway there with a ball to come in the second innings. Oh, what a finish. Another 2. And 11 runs off the over, a partnership of 32, and it is box seat New Zealand. They need 40 runs from 8 overs. 20 a pair will win their first ever world title. And Australia under real pressure here to defend theirs. Hope you are enjoying the match, folks. We certainly are. As the pressure builds on both sides here. Just 8 overs remain in the World Cup. Who will hold their nerve for longer? Will it be Australia winning world title yet again? Or can New Zealand get past the world champions and take it for the first time ever? In 8 overs time we will know, with Todd Watson and Micah Conroy at the crease to bat third.
Thought Michael Barrett was very, very good, and Stacey Hyman was just very, very tough.
Watson, leading run scorer for the New Zealanders. He's going to lead by example, the captain. But I'm looking forward to the introduction of Justin Perkins, leading wicket taker for Australia. There is still a lot of big moments to come, people.
There is still a lot of big moments to come.
Justin or Kieran?
Kieran.
Justin.
Yeah.
Justin.
Justin Perkins, 23 wickets in the tournament.
Luke Ryan will bowl the first over to the third pair. New Zealand, their noses in front. Single to Conroy to get this partnership underway.
The crowd slowed. They're drinking, watching the cricket. Cheer for every run at the moment from the New Zealand crowd.
Wonderful shot for 3 from the New Zealand skipper. Gets his innings away in style, and don't the crowd love that? Straight to Floros, no run. Dot ball, and this will be second ball.
Would have been quite tight if he hit. It was a big arm.
We just have the batters the opposite way around. But Flores slowly getting in that game. Plenty of fielders that haven't been able to get a hand on the ball for Australia, though.
Advanced, finds the net. A direct hit, but he's home.
Did I just see a young New Zealander charge Luke Ryan, hit him for 2? That's a heck of a shot.
Another 2. New Zealand just 32 runs away now. This is a brilliant start to this third pair. It's off the net, just a single. Brings an excellent over to an end there for New Zealand. 9 runs from it, 31 runs away with 7 overs remaining. They absolutely have their noses in front here. Can they stay there? Australia need to find a way to take a wicket, and they've gone to Kieran Perkins. Can he be the man?
These two just really building on the momentum from the second pair. It looks like they've been set the entire time, absolutely middling the ball, but there's a change of pace and see if it is successful for Australia.
Called through, it should be out. The throw is not good, but Justin Perkins does the tidying up, throws the stumps down, and a much needed wicket for the world champions.
Yeah, great bit of work from Perkins. One stump to hit. If he misses, I think they get through. A long time of doing different things. Conway goes, says no. Conway goes. Todd still says no. Todd doesn't go that hard. Direct hit.
They needed that, didn't they, Australia?
They really did.
No run, bit of a juggle. It'll be second ball. New Zealand have to score.
Stay positive, boys.
The arm ball. And Watson finds the net for 2. Another dot ball. Another second ball.
Conroy not looking quite as certain here. It's a flat, they get through.
One ball remains in the Kieran Perkins over.
I think Michael Conroy, nephew of Robbie Kerr, who I suspect is watching it or listening, depending on the quality of the stream.
Full toss. Put away for 2. 1 for 1 off the over. It's now 30 from 36. Very gettable here for New Zealand. It's still their advantage. Australia still on the hunt for wickets. They'll need to take them to win the game.
I wonder what's going through the minds of Mitch Gardner and Ryan Jackson at the moment.
Yeah, you stole the thought right out of my head there, Bots. They would be sitting there like cats on a hot tin roof.
I'm sure they have a lot of belief, but there'll be a few moments thinking about it now.
Brock Winkler to Todd Watson. It's a single into the back court. Dina protecting the net. Another second ball moment now. Short, well played from Conroy. Down up, pull shot for 2.
We're seeing New Zealand's batting pairs just continually beat their equivalents. I know there's no skins on the line, but what that does is reduce that large partnership of 34 down.
Off the legs, no run. Another second ball. Oh, that's out. Run out at the top end. Tidy hands and a much needed run out there for Australia. It was second ball. New Zealand had to go. And sharp fielding.
Hit Dennis and Dennis hits Dina.
One to come here for Brock Winkler. Great shot from Conroy to complete the over. No runs from it though. And an over remains in the partnership. The World Championship in the balance.
30 off 30.
Yeah.
It's what we wanted all week though, gentlemen.
Oh, this is brilliant, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. Champagne indoor cricket.
It's only when you realise just how good that Australian side is, you realise just how good this New Zealand performance is. That's an absolutely amazing indoor cricket side out there. Hardly ever beaten. On the World Cup final where they've never been beaten, New Zealand pushing them hard and have the door open. Can they get through and win this?
So here's Justin Perkins in his second over. He'll close out the third partnership. Massive moment in the game here. New Zealand 30 runs away. A direct hit, it's out! To run out off the first ball, Todd Watson caught short at the non-strikers and Australia pounce. And right back in the hunt here are the defending champions.
I don't think they're in the hunt right now. I think they're right now Australia are in front. I don't know if New Zealand... That's a great shot from Conroy. That's a great shot from Conroy and...
Here's Perkins again. Chance needed to hit. I think Conroy would have been home.
Oh, Reece Dennis. Boy, man for the moment over years, hasn't he been? 34 behind. 28 left. Ryan Jackson to bat.
Oh, again! Too good from Australia. Todd Watson comes out of his crease. Brock Winkler doing the tidying up. And they cash in. It's 2 wickets in 3 balls. The world champions on the attack. Let's have a look. There's hesitation because it was near Matt Floros. He thought they got a pass. Brock Winkler comes up with a save. And another out.
Got to get it back to 50.
Inside the line, a fair ball. It'll be second ball now.
All of a sudden, New Zealand need 40.
Finds the net, Watson for 2. 1 ball remains in the partnership. Oh, great piece of fielding off his own bowling, Justin Perkins. Keeps it off the net. And 2 for -6 off the over. New Zealand will now need 36 runs from the final partnership to win the world title. It's going to be a gripping finish. And before we get to that, as we head into the last partnership of the entire tournament, I do want to thank Ravin and the entire broadcast team out there in the truck who've done everything they can to help us bring this vision to you. I know that the weather's played havoc with our international viewers for this match, but the work they've put in has been fantastic. Also want to thank everyone here at UPro and Austasia. The team's worked so hard looking after us and rearranging tables and everything here in the commentary box. And lastly, Paul Botterill and Chris Griffin, to you. You volunteered your time to help provide this coverage. It's been great calling the Cup with you. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and we've got an amazing finish coming up to the entire tournament here.
Certainly have. Thanks, Cam and Chris. Been awesome.
Honour and a privilege, Cam. Honour and a privilege.
So, Mitch Gardner and Ryan Jackson now at the crease for New Zealand. It's a tough ask, but gettable. 36 runs needed.
Well, Matt Floss has got one. Jamie Deaner's got one.
Kieran Perkins.
Kieran Perkins has got one. New Zealand's got to pick one person they're going to go after.
Deep straight field, particularly on the onside here. It's going to be Jamie Deaner to Ryan Jackson, who takes a very wide leg side stance. Down up two, outside off.
Has Tim Floss got one?
Oh, he does, yeah. So who are those as bowled two?
Deaner, Flores, Perkins.
Yeah. Inside the line.
And didn't Justin Perkins just really live up to his name as the leading wicket taker for the Australians? But this pair, Jackson and Gardner, they can score runs, they can attack. It's whether they can keep wickets at bay is the big question.
Look, I think their plan will be for Mitch Gardner to hit two.
Oh, out! A great touch there from Luke Ryan. Ryan Jackson, of course, reviews it. For the moment, it's out. We'll need confirmation for the DRS here.
Jackson was flying. I'm not sure he made it, but he was flying.
Yeah, he's very quick. He may well have made it. Let's have a look. Here it comes. Oh, did the ball hit the stumps? I think they did. This might tell us more. It's tough to see. I think the other angle shows. Yeah, I think that's hit. It's confirmed as out.
Just.
Or is it? It's not in the book yet. Yes, it is. There it is. Another huge wicket for Australia. We've seen Ryan Jackson hit some back net shots to get New Zealand out of trouble before. It's a matter of time until he chances his arm here.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You're not going to count to three, I don't think. Jackson is. Mitch Gardner will try and hit the front half, and I think it's time for give four.
Second ball. There it is again. Deaner beats Jackson on second ball and another wicket. Australia now in control. New Zealand needing 44 from 19 deliveries. Excuse me, 44 from 19 deliveries.
It's been a staring contest for so long during this game. We're starting to see some people blink. They're going to have to counter-attack. Pressure's on New Zealand.
There it is, a deflection and caught! Reece Dearness, a reflex catch. It's 3 wickets in the over. And Australia have one hand gripping that World Cup.
That is an insane catch. Deflection, one hand.
The veteran Dearness, doesn't he show up? Every time Australia have needed it, Dearness is produced.
He is the definition of a big game player, Reece Dearness.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
3 wickets in the over. This pair down to minus 13. They need 49 now from 18. All but impossible.
The first thing they need to do is have Mitch Gardner hit a 2.
Tim Floros will bowl. 3 overs left in the World Cup.
I just think they need to get through this over. I think if they get through this over, then they can have a choice. They're going to face the leg spinner Kieran Perkins. They're not a great chance, but there's some chance. That's when you've got to go. You don't want to go here, you don't need to, you know. Get to the 15th, have a crack there. I don't think they're going to.
Played on, Another wicket down. The ask gets higher again. 53 now needed from 16.
We said he's going to attack those stumps. The self-proclaimed Castle King. He's going to go for it. You can't attack him, and if you miss, he's going to hit.
I can just hear some of the streamers being turned off back home.
Assuming the signal's even getting out.
Some
Another chance, but New Zealand home with another single. 2 balls remain here for Tim Floros.
New Zealand were competitive in the last World Cup final for about 12 balls. Here they've been competitive for 28 overs. They've done incredibly well. Take a miracle from here, a genuine miracle. Too much needed, I would have thought. But it has been a superb effort.
Swing and a miss. It'll be second ball to finish this over. They get through for a single. That completes the over. -1 from it. And 50 runs needed from the last 2 overs. It's certainly mathematically possible, but you would think this is beyond New Zealand from here. Again, in the dying stages, I want to congratulate Hiran Del Mel, Manish Kishore, with Ceylon and with UPro, the major sponsor, for putting this event together, and congratulate Tony Watkins and all of the World Indoor Cricket Federation delegates for their fantastic efforts in staging this event. I know that we do appreciate it, as does everyone here in the venue that's participated, that's spectated, and everyone that's watching as well. Kieran Perkins is going to bowl the penultimate over of the World Cup. Ryan Jackson will be on strike. New Zealand have got to go. No ball off the pitch. Advancing and taken. Kieran Perkins grabs another wicket. Australia starting to dominate as they march towards yet another world title. Collision between Winkler and batting partner Matt Floros, and a cuddle results. Straight to Tim Floros, who goes to the keeper's end. 1 run. Australia defeating New Zealand in the 3rd T20 International, just to make it a day for Australia. Last ball now for Kieran Perkins.
The All Blacks lead the Wallabies in the rugby just to square it all up.
Ooh. Gardner wears one. An immediate apology from Matt Floros brings the over to an end. 1 for 5 from it. And 6 balls remain now in the World Cup. And fittingly, the Australia captain, captaining Australia in his first, well, for the first time in a World Cup, Matt Floros will bowl and complete the tournament and a world title for the Australians.
Mate, you talked about Rhys Dennis as being the pinnacle big match player, the pin-up, but Jamie Dena today, batting in a partnership with his partner, got out 5 times, got through the whole thing with calm, kept batting, kept the run rate, get runs going up despite the wickets, bowled 2 overs, fielded brilliantly. He's also been another star of this performance for mine.
Here we go, the final over of the World Cup. Yeah, agree, Bots. Dot ball. It'll be second ball with 3 balls remaining. Gardner through for a single. 2 to come now in the World Cup. Oh, would have been out. It's through for 2 though, and here it is, the final ball. The Australia captain will cap off an incredible win here from the Australians in defending their world title. The last ball. There it is, Australia complete the victory and take another world title. An amazing effort to defend 83. A valiant effort from the New Zealand side. They battled throughout that innings. Got within 30 runs of victory. It took an incredible performance from the world champion Australians to defeat this gallant New Zealand side. I know they'll be heartbroken, but they've offered up a fantastic effort today. To the Australians, what an unbelievable performance. It looked like they were down and out at various stages, but they are a world-class side and they've proved it once again and have won the World Championship. Paul Botterill, Chris Griffin, it's over to you for your final thoughts.
Oh, firstly, the Australians just superb today. They were given it. They were all under all kinds of pressure early and they managed to get through. I think in the end that second partnership for Australia just got away a little bit, held on. I think that 29 hurt New Zealand more than even the 34 at the end. And for the New Zealanders, I think in their hearts they felt for a while they could beat Australia. Today they really put themselves in a position where they perhaps should have beaten Australia. They'll take lots from it, they'll learn, they'll hurt. And as somebody who knows how much work they've put in over the last 2 or 3 years to be here, and particularly the last 12 months, hats off and respect for all you've done. And I know you're gutted, but you've played some really good cricket today.
Yeah, for New Zealand, Barry and Hydeman, I think every Australian indoor cricket fan will remember that partnership. All of them on the edge of the seats, they took them right to the brink. In terms of the recovery, though, they got off to a great start in the field, New Zealand, but Matt Flores to finish was absolutely clutch. And then when it came to the big name players on the field, Rhys Dennis, 2 catches, 2 run-outs, just coming out of nowhere everywhere to be able to take the victory for Australia, with Dina and Perkins living up to their reputations as well. A lot of big match experience, a lot of it came to fruition, but geez, didn't the New Zealanders give them a shake, Pods?
Yeah, great game, and it's good. They're going to shake hands and be friends. They'll have gone hard at each other, but there's a lot of respect between the 2 camps. Generally, very good relationships between indoor cricket in Australia and New Zealand, and the New Zealanders give the Australians their much-deserved congratulations. Still unbeaten in World Championships, but at least tested for the first time in a couple. Really pleased for New Zealand, the New Zealanders who have done that, and all who've contributed to it.
Yeah, and before we got on to Australia, New Zealand, what do they do from here? How do they come back and be strong?
Well, they just go and have a rest, mate. They have a break, and I don't think you'll see many of these guys, quite possibly many of them will even have next year off. Then they regroup and start and come back and get ready. Maybe some of them will play next year. But I think that, they probably need one more all-rounder. We've got a lot of really players who are good bowlers who can bat a bit, A couple of really good bats who can bowl it, but they could do one more really good all-rounder. They've got to go and find them.
Yeah, and for Australia, look, they'll go back, they'll reevaluate, they'll still learn from this, and they're going to continue to grow. They understand if they don't keep growing, then they will be put under the pump next time they meet up.
Yeah, full excitement from the Australians down there. Delighted, and I think the Australians, they want to be tested. They want to be pushed. They want to show they're champions. Turning up and steamroll everyone's good fun, but it's not the same as being pushed and standing up and getting it done. And from that point of view, they were brilliant today. I am sure, as long as Vinny Bennett is in that overall setup, I know Brenton Bryan is the coach, but they'll be driven forward. And they've gone so far, feet, nutrition. They've led the game in all kinds of ways. They'll be off somewhere else for the next World Cup, where they'll lead it again.
Yeah, that's a great point. Brenton Bryan, Vinesh Bennett, they drive the standard. They really, truly do. Big congratulations to both of them for their involvement. They've won it before and they've won it again. As we hear the song of Eha that we've been listening to all week, it's been a great week. We're just going to sit here and watch all the congratulations from the Australian point of view. It shouldn't be too long, but Bots, it's been a fantastic week, fantastic cricket. A lot of people learning a lot of things, a lot of countries coming here for the first time. 9 countries, 31 teams, absolutely brilliant event.
Yeah, actually, before we go, if I could acknowledge the Singapore, Sri Lankan developments, USA, South Africa, England, perhaps the countries that came here with no real endeavour to win a top level, maybe win a plate section, but they've come and they've got better and they make the whole thing work. So congratulations to you guys. Your participation, I think, is noted and appreciated by all.
Absolutely brilliant. It's now down to Cameron Walter around the presentation of the World Cup trophy to Australia.
Chris and Paul, and ladies and gentlemen, please put your heads together for our 2 finalists in a brilliant World Cup final. I don't know really what to say about this New Zealand side. That was one of the best performances I've seen. I know the scoreline, I don't think, reflects it in the end, but restricting the world champions to 83, having them right under the pump early, and then getting so close in the run chase, pushing them all the way and making them really, really earn that world title. They are a class side, and I know we'll see them again, and they will continue to push Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our 2025 runners-up, New Zealand. Of course, that brings us to our champions. I'd ask Matt Flores, their captain, to step forward. A brilliant performance today to retain their world title. And Asela Patharana is going to present the World Cup. Here are your winners, and still the indoor cricket world champions, Australia. '25 World Cup. Thanks so much for being with us. Congratulations to all of our world champions and our runners-up and everyone that participated here in the World Cup. All the best, and we'll see you next time.